Hello viewers, I am Maitli. Today we are going to see 11 CBSE Maths Limits and Derivatives Introduction. Now we are going to see limits first. Limits is that, let us see this. Limit x tends to a. X tends to a means x is reaching to a. If I write x tends to 2 in this case, x is reaching to 2. X is not actually equal to 2, but x is reaching to 2. This is, this is your left hand side and this will be your right hand side. I am writing this to be LHL. That means left hand limit, your right hand limit. If x is reaching to 2, x can reach to the number line 2 from left side or from right side. Any side it can reach to 2. It is not actually equal to 2. It is closer to 2. That means the number can be 1.999 or it can be 1.99. It can be 1.998. It can be of any number on the left hand side or on the right hand side. It is not nearly 2. It is just a number which reaches to 2. Now if the limit is given as limit x tends to a, f of x plus or minus means if it is plus, here you can write the limit separately as limit x tends to a f of x plus limit x tends to a g of x. For plus or minus, you can write the limit separately for both the cases and we can substitute the value of a. Now for the same thing for multiply, you can write it separately as in the case of plus or minus. Even for the division, you can write it separately. For limit x tends to a, f of x by g of x is equal to limit x tends to a, f of x by limit x tends to a, g of x. So for in the limit case, for plus or minus, for multiply and for the divide, you can write your limits separately. You can substitute your limit value to the each cases separately. Now this is the general thing of the limit. Now we'll go for the limit formulas. Yeah, these are the standard limits. The first one is very important. Usually you will get it in the sums. Limit x tends to a, x power n minus a power n by x minus a is equal to n a power n minus 1. So it is n a power n minus 1. The condition should be x power n minus a power n by x minus a. That is, the x value should be in the denominator 2. The a value should be in the denominator 2. If it's not there, please change it to this form so that you can directly substitute it to n a power n minus 1. The condition for the next condition is limit x tends to 0. It is only x tends to 0, not any other number, not infinitive. X should go to 0. X tends to 0. Then sin x by x is equal to 1. So when limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos x by x is equal to 0. Same way for x tends to 0, tan x by x is equal to 1. This 2 you will get it often. The sin x by x is equal to 1. The same way tan x by x is equal to 1 when x tends to 0. This you will get in many sums. So this 3 formula is quite important. The first one, the x power n minus a power n by x minus a. Same way sin x by x and tan x by x are very important. You will get it often. These are the main things in limits. Now we'll move on to the derivative. For the derivative, we have a first principle formula. Here the first principle formula is f dash of a. F dash means this is derivative. For f of a, the derivative is f dash a. F dash a is equal to limit h tends to 0. Here h tends to 0, f of a plus h minus f of a by h. A is the value what we are having here. You need to substitute there. So it is f of a plus h minus f of a by h when h tends to 0. This is your first principle formula. Now for derivative plus or minus, the dash is the derivative. So u plus or minus v derivative, the whole derivative equal to, for plus or minus you can separate, like the limit, you can separately do your derivative u plus or minus derivative v. So for plus or minus only we can split the thing and we can do derivative separately. For the multiply or the divide, there is a rule called the product rule. Here for this is a quotient rule. For multiply, it is a product rule. For product rule, if you multiply two things, uv old dash, uv the derivative is equal to, or uv differentiation is equal to uv differentiation plus v u differentiation. uv dash means keeping u as it is, we need to differentiate v, plus keeping v as it is, we need to differentiate u. This is called the product rule. For the quotient rule, u by v the old dash is equal to, first v should come, the denominator should come first, then the numerator. Always remember, after d only n will come. So keeping the denominator as it is, we need to differentiate numerator, minus keeping the numerator as it is, differentiate the denominator by denominator square, that is v square. So v u dash minus u v dash by the v square. This is called the quotient rule. So the for divide and multiply, we should compulsory use this rule. Just don't separately differentiate it. We should use the product rule or the quotient rule if it is in multiply or divide. Now we'll see the standard derivatives. Yeah, the first form of the derivative, that is d by dx of x power n, the differentiation of x power n. This is a very important for the x power n. Anything to the power for a variable, what the variable you are going to differentiate, if there is a power for it, then it should be in the form of n x power n minus 1. n minus 1, that means you are going to bring your power to the front and subtracting the power. If it is 4 here, x power 4, bring 4 to here in multiply. So 4x power reducing one number, so it becomes 3. So remember that this formula is very important. Now we'll move on to the next one. It is d by dx of sin x. Sin x derivative is cos x. For cos x, it is minus sin x. For tan x, it is secant square x. For secant x, it is secant x into tan x. For a means it is a constant term. For any constant term, your derivative will be 0. For x, your derivative will be 1. Now, d by dx of cosecant x is equal to minus cosecant x cot x. For cosecant x, it is minus cosecant x cot x. Now, d by dx of a power x. A power x is some constant term, power variable. So, it will be of a power x into log a. Here, e is the general e form. So, it is a power x log a. For e power x, it is e power x only. This e is nothing but the log base, no? The value of e is nothing but the log base. So, e power x will be e power x only. D by dx of log x is 1 by x. For log x, it is 1 by x. Usually, you don't get log x. It will be there for bigger classes, not for 11th standard of CBSE. So, that's all with the derivative formulas. This formulas, if you are not going to remember this formula, if you are forgetting this in your exam, if you apply first principle, you will get all your answers. Applying first principle, taking first principle, substituting first principle for sin x, you will automatically get your cos x. So, it is not necessary for you to remember this, but it's better quite easy if you remember this while doing your sums. So, that's all with the video. Thank you.